Hey guys, boy, we just had one heck of a thunderstorm come through here. It cooled it down. We've been getting rain for like the past 3 days in the kind of in the evening, but it felt good. It feels good now. It was hot, but let's talk about SHTF situation. I mean, there's so many areas that a person can talk about. I don't think we could ever cover everything in a SHTF situation. But one thing we can cover and work on is adaptability. You're going to have to adapt in a SHTF situation. Now, a lot of people, I'm one of them. I got my preps, I got my skills, I've got everything, I'm ready. In all actuality, we're really not ready. We might think we're ready, we might have a focus ready, but when it comes to, when it comes to an SHTF situation, we're going to have to adapt. We're going to have to take our life right now and basically crumble it up, flush it down a commode, and start all over again. Because there's a lot of people who's not going to be able to adapt without indoor plumbing. They don't know how to go out. I hear people, oh, I'm going to crap in a bucket. That gets old after a while. What I'm going to do, I'm going to dig the deepest hole I can and build a little outhouse. So that way I don't have to worry about it, When it fills up, I just cover it up and dig another hole and just move the building. But a lot of people isn't going to be able to adapt, or they're going to be afraid to go out in the dark to take a crap. No lights. A lot of people's not going to be able to adapt to having no lights, or jumping in their vehicle and going down to the local 7-Eleven or gas station and getting them a soda or flavored water, or going to Starbucks. That's what's really going to mess with people. There's going to be no Starbucks where you go pay $6 for a coffee. And there's a lot of things people's not. Biggest thing is this thing right here, phone, the internet. If we have an EMP or a power grid going down or something like that, and there's no Wi-Fi, there's no internet connection, oh, that's going to drive people bonkers, because most people live in their phone. Anywhere you go, you see people with their head in their phone, doing this shit all over the place. Young, old, doesn't matter. We're going to have to adapt to how we're going to keep ourselves cool in hot weather without a AC, without power, without fans. How are we're going to have to adapt to keeping warm without power, no heat. How many people do you know actually has a way to stay warm in a wintertime in your area without power? They might have a generator, but after a couple of months, that generator is going to run dry of gas, and there ain't going to be no gas around. Or if you can find gas, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg to get it. How many people do you know have solar power or wind power? Very few has this. And so most people, like me, I don't have a generator, I don't have solar, I don't have wind. What I do have, wood burning stove that I made on my own. Me and my brother, we built it from scratch, and it does the job. It will run you out of that trailer. But we're going to have to adapt, and people, they're like, okay, I got my preps, I've got my weapons, I got my ammo, I got my medical, I got this and I got that. But take away modern convenience like lights, water, internet, gas for our vehicles, Walmart. People are going to, they're not going to know what to do, especially with, there's an old saying, go to bed with the cows and wake up with the chickens. That's what we're going to have to do. You know, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, depends on what time of year. When it gets dark, you're not going to waste what candles you have to set up and shoot the shit, or what fuel you have in your generator or in your lanterns, just to set up and talk about nothing like we do now. You know, have friends come over, we just shoot the shit, have a few cold ones. People's not going to do that because they don't want to waste their resources. So they're going to go bed early, and they're going to wake up at dawn. Their lifestyle's going to they're going to have to adapt to that, because we don't do that now. You know, because there's something that's always got our attention. You know, like right now, today's football. Me and the boys, we've been watching football all day long, and you know, college football. It's enjoyable. We're spending time together. You know, you should hear the rivalry between Ricky and Aries on what teams are good and this and that. I feel like a referee. I throw the yellow flag in and tell them shut up. But people who's into sports, they're not going to be able to watch their sports. Let it be football, baseball, basketball, hockey, soccer, golf, tennis. You know, it's not going to be there to watch. So how are you going to focus your time and your energy when you don't have that? That means you have to adapt to another lifestyle. You're going to have to adapt knowing there's no doctor down the road, you know, no emergency room, like it's injury. You know, if this would have happened in a SHTF situation, I would just have to adapt. I would have to be very careful with it, keep it braced up, keep it wrapped up, you know, and watch what I do. I have to adapt for having an injury. But a lot of people don't think about having to change their ways to adapt to a new way of thinking or a new way of doing something. You know, they're concerned. You know, they think they got their preps and their bug out bags and their bug out vehicles and their bug out location, and everything's going to be fine. How are most people going to act with no lights, with no water, with no grocery stores? Most people are not going to be able to adapt to that because they've never had to deal with it. And that's why it goes back to there will be no grocery stores. So therefore people are going to have to hunt and fish and trap for their food. Most people won't be able to adapt to hunting, to trapping, to fishing, because you talk to a lot of people don't fish because they say it's boring. I don't have patience for it. Hunting, you have to have patience. You have to be, it is boring sometimes trying to find the game. Trapping, and there's no guarantee you're going to get food on any one of those three. That's why a lot of people won't be able to adapt, because it's not a given. It's not like going to the grocery store. Okay, I want a bag of rice, a bag of beans, you know, some flour, some water, and here's my money or here's my credit card. It ain't going to be like that. You'll actually have to go out and work for it. You'll actually have to go out and use your brain, use your skills. And a lot of people won't be able to adapt to that. So therefore, I'm not worried, again, about all the game and all the fish being killed off or caught or whatever, because there are not going to be that many people out there trying that. How many people do you know that don't plant a garden or know how to can their vegetables? They're going to have to adapt to that. And a lot of people won't adapt to garden work because garden work is hard work. You're on your knees a lot. You're constantly out there doing something in that garden. And most people got 9-to-5 jobs. You know, they sit on their butt in front of a computer, and their world is technology. In a SHTF situation, there will be no technology. It will come back to, if you want to know what's going on in the next county, you'll have to either walk over there or you write a letter if there's postal service. You know, we might have people like the Pony Express come back. Certain people delivering, you know, letters for food. You know, it just, there's a lot people needs to think about, you know, because we're going to have to adapt to a lot. You know, it is going to be totally different world, different lifestyle. They won't be no more staying up late and partying and socializing, because like I said, you'll go to bed when the sun goes down and you'll get up when the sun comes up, just so you can get stuff done that you need. And and people in their prepping plans, they need to think about how they're going to have to adapt. What ways they're going to have to adapt. You know, you might have a generator, you might have solar panels. Who's to say it don't get broke, it don't get stolen, it don't get damaged, it just runs out of juice, it runs out of gas, and you're down with candles? Have you thought about that? Have you got, or are you willing to adapt? You know, do you have an adapting plan? You know, I guess to say. But, you know, just think about what all could go wrong. Then, are you able to adapt to the situation in order for you and your family to survive? Yeah, that's the question. You're going to have to be adaptable to certain things. You know, there's, you know, perfect example. I'm a meat eater, you know, but they might not be no meat around, and I might have to do a vegan diet just to get some substance, some food into our system. Then again, a vegan, if there's dead of winter and there's no plants and there's a squirrel or a rabbit there and they got a gun, you know, they're going to have to shoot that animal in order to eat, or they're going to die. So we're going to have to adapt. Me as a meat eater, I'm going to have to adapt to a vegan style eating system, maybe, if there's no meat around, in order to stay alive. And a vegan is going to have to adapt to become a meat eater. Now, most you know, die-hard vegans might not do it. They might choose death over killing an animal. Not me. Hell, I'll eat every damn root and berry or whatever it is out there until I can get some meat in my system and for me and my boys. You know, that's where I'm saying I'm adaptable. I am, because I want to survive. So that I have to be adaptable. My boys have to be adaptable to survive, and I'm going to be the most adaptable person walking the earth in order to survive. Well, to the best of my abilities, I'm going to be adaptable. But Have you guys thought about this? Have you talked, if you got a group or if you got friends that talk about prep, have you brought this subject up? Being adaptable in order to survive. It gets you thinking. Once you start thinking different scenarios and you think, well, would I be able to, could I adapt to this or could I adapt to that? It helps bring the flaws out in your prepping plan. But I just want to throw that out there, maybe to get you guys thinking. And tell me what you guys think. Have you thought about it? Have you not thought about it? How far would you go to be adaptable to survive? You know, like I said, to get you thinking. Anyway, I'm going to get off of here. I want to thank everybody for sending, you know, cards and letters, support on the knee. You know, I thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. I really do. And I hope I'm saying it. Eddie Mandos. I hope I'm saying your name right, my friend. I got your card today, and I appreciate it. And if you watch this video, will you please email me your address? Because your address on the envelope got a little bit wet and it kind of ran because of the rain today. So, but I want to thank everybody. I really do appreciate it. It gets me right here. But now I'll probably have some smart aleck say, "Oh, it's heartburn." No, it makes me feel good. So I'm waiting for somebody to say, "Oh, you just got heartburn." But anyway, guys, I want to really thank everybody, and leave your comments below, leave your thoughts below on this, and tell me what you guys think. Everybody, be safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now, guys.